that's how it goes. So the outline of today's sharing, basically, what is SEO? You guys know it as search engine optimization. A quick intro on what it is roughly about. So I was told to share for 15 minutes. So the content is actually very, I try to put at least like 4 hours of content. I try to string it into like 15, 20 minutes. So it's very, very concise. I'm sorry. Okay. On-site optimization, off-site optimizations, and of course WordPress, right? So we'll talk about the Yoast plugin, simple sharing on the Yoast plugin, which is what I specifically love to use. Okay. So what exactly is search engine optimization? Basically, textbook answer is the process of making yourself more visible on search engine unpaid results. So there are two main types of results that you can find yourself on. You can pay. So your PPC, or search engine marketing, which is all your yellow color ads, versus ranking for organic results. And why do people focus more on SEO as compared to say SEM? I don't know about you guys, but I don't really like ads, so I don't click on ads. But people do click on organic results more often. So I think it's, for me, if you compare SEO, SEM, I'm more of a SEO person. I don't really do SEM at all. So how do you actually rank for SEO? I'll go on to share a bit more. Okay, so search engines. You guys know the three big players: Google, Yahoo, Bing. Okay, in Singapore, Google takes up about 70% of the SEO search traffic. So which is why we are going to share more on Google instead of Yahoo and Bing. Yahoo and Bing actually do share the same results. So their search system actually is linked together. So if you do search something on Yahoo, say you search say SEO, the results are actually the same if you search it on Bing. They kind of link themselves together already. Yeah. So generally, how do search engine work? So we have this idea of a search spider. You think of yourself as a little spider crawling around in your little web. So people always say the World Wide Web, right? So how the whole thing works is basically one website is actually linked to another website through links. Okay, so for example, I have a website, SEO.com.sg, for example, and I link to Robert. Okay, Robert over here, robert.com.sg. And Robert links to john.com.sg, and he links to everyone else. So somehow I am linked to him maybe because he's my best friend. So I link to him as bestfriend.com. Okay, best friend. Okay, then he links to him as good friend. So we are somehow linked some ways. So search spiders actually crawl from my page to his page to his page, and by running through the web from one link to another, it records all the information on the site as well. So on my site, maybe he sees, Tommy Cole likes to do SEO, been doing it for 3 years. So these are the information that the search engine actually looks at and records. Okay, so after recording it, it makes sense of it. It realizes that this person is talking about good content about SEO, so I want to rank him for SEO. So it presents its information onto your search results. Okay, very brief. Okay, so how you actually rank higher in SEO, there's this thing called the page rank, and there's this other thing called search engine ranking positions, but that one will be something else later on. But basically, this is how Google differentiated themselves from the rest, which is Yahoo and Bing, because Larry Page, which is one of the founders of Google, came up with this formula. You guys don't really need to understand this formula. This is not a mathematical class. But the idea of it is basically, a way to put it is, high quality pages, the more good pages linking to yourself, you get a higher rank. Okay? And what do I mean by good pages? So for example, if you are, say, apple.com, you are, say, amazon.com, you are, say, google.com. If I get a direct link from amazon.com to my site, I'm a very good page because Amazon endorses me. Yeah, that's how it works. So for example, if I have robert.com linking to me, it might not be so valuable. Yeah, so how it goes up, I mean, more people will link to Amazon, and therefore Amazon ranks even higher. Amazon ranks to me, and I do well. So it's the quality of the page and how popular you are. So I think another image is easier. So think of it like this. So for example, you are this page. You get links from robert.com, you get links from amazon.com, you get links from apple.com, for example, and you do well. You get 3 votes. So it's basically a vote of confidence that ranks you better in Google. So, so for example, this site has 3 votes coming to this page. This page comes over, 3 plus 3, you get 6 votes, 4 votes. Very simple way of putting it. Technically, this page is supposed to do better than the other one, because based on page rank and based on all being, in the terms of equations, this being ones, value of ones, you get 6 votes, 4 votes. Technically, this page is supposed to rank higher. So back then, before Google came up with algorithms to try to catch all the spammers and try to get all those people who are trying to cheat the system, this is how it worked. So if you get 1 million links, you get like 1 million links overnight, you rank for funny results. You can be tommycole.com and you'll be ranking for keywords like Apple, for example. You can do such things. That was how things were working back then. But of course, there are new algorithms that came out to penalize such spammers and people who try to game the system. Yeah. Okay, so what's SERPs? So SERPs is basically search engine result pages, which is what you saw just now in your results pages. So it's not the same as PageRank, but PageRank is basically you getting more quality links, getting more links, and getting more people to endorse you. But that does not translate into actually ranking in the search engines, because there are also other factors that matters on why you rank and not someone else. Okay, so there are various signals, but what I can share today will be a few things. The PageRank of your link source. So a high value website is linking to you, you rank higher. Okay, the number of links you're getting, the speed of your link accumulation. So someone who gets, I'm a new site today, I'm 1 day old, for example, and I suddenly get 10,000 links. It looks funny as compared to a website that is, say, 1 year old, and you slowly accumulate 10 links every day. So by the time you are 1 year old, you get 3,000 links. It looks more legit as compared to someone who, your first day and you get 10,000 links. It's obvious this person is trying to game the system. So that's how speed of accumulation works. So the types of links as well. What I mean by types of links can come from many places. Your Facebook page is a link. Your Twitter page is a link. Pinterest is a link. You can go to forums, you go Hardware Zone, and you share something, and you click here. So you see random people always asking you to click here, or sharing some funny links. These people are just people who are trying to build links through forums. Then there are, what kind of other links can we talk about? WordPress blogs. So for example, WordPress blogs are Blogspot blogs. You can share links. You can have a blog row. You can have a content share. When a blogger says, visit this website, www. blah, blah, blah. He's kind of like passing on some link value over as well. So yeah. So there are different types of links. Okay, so what is on-site optimization? So, okay, very quick explanation. Basically, on-site optimization to have good content, because most SEO believe that content is king. So good content. There are many factors affecting ranking, but what do I mean by good content? You go to websites. Some websites are just blank pages. You don't have a lot of quality content or anything that is useful for you. So when you Google, say for example, what is SEO or how do I do better SEO, you get articles that are coming up with say 20 suggestions, 20 topics, 20 points. 20 points, and each point is well elaborated with a nice paragraph of well-researched content. So these are the kind of content that Google likes and Google wants to present to you guys. And this is how Google gives you value, and therefore you guys will continue to use Google because it gives you good value articles and good value content that you can look at. So if you wish to rank for certain keywords, you have to have relevant content. You can't be, I want to talk about what is SEO today, but actually inside the content, I'm talking about where's the best chicken rice, or where do I get the best beer in Singapore. If you're writing about such content and you wish to rank for what is the why are you good at SEO, for example, then it's not relevant. So this is not something that you can do to know. So if your whole content is about chicken rice, you don't expect yourself to rank for SEO. If you want to rank for SEO, you talk about SEO, you talk about talk about ways to do a good SEO, who is the best SEO guru, where do you go and learn SEO. You don't talk about where's the best chicken rice. Yeah, so relevant content is very important for on-site optimization. Okay, so content is signaled through the use of keywords. So, like I said, if you want to rank for chicken rice, you talk about chicken rice. If you want to rank for Amazon, you talk about Amazon. When you want to talk about, so for example, I was recently told by my friend that, which website is this? I can't remember which website, yeah. But anyway, yeah, through the use of keywords. So within your content, you write a 500 word blog post, for example. Within your blog post, if you want to say rank for where is the best chicken rice, it would be good to repeat this keyword a few times. So where is the best chicken rice in Singapore? You repeat it probably 3 or 4 times so that the search spiders actually coming into your website sees these keywords and they understand that, okay, you're talking about where is the best chicken rice in Singapore, and you should rank. Doesn't mean that you would rank, but you should rank for these keywords. Okay, so there are a few places that you can also put your content into. So for example, if you're writing a WordPress blog, your title, you should be talking about where to find the best chicken rice. Okay, in your description, you should write where you can find chicken rice, or best chicken rice in Singapore, where you can find it. You have to rephrase it a bit. Doesn't make it look not so search engine-ish, but as much as possible, try to have the relevant keywords as well. Okay, your image alternate text. So when you put an image of a plate of chicken rice, yeah, behind it you can use, those who are familiar with WordPress, you can put an image tag and share this keyword inside as well, and also within your content. But one point about on-site optimization: do not over-optimize. So for example, if your 500 word article, you don't have 500 words of where to find chicken rice. To Google, that would mean you are trying to spam, you are trying to over-optimize, and this is something that Google doesn't like. And basically, recently they came up with Google Panda, which is one of the Google animals. We have 3 right now, but two are the more relevant ones. So don't keyword stuff and you don't duplicate content. So keyword stuff is basically having 500 words of where do you find chicken rice. Okay, and duplicate content, you don't go copy, like one of the other bloggers, chicken rice manual, and you copy it over and you treat it as yours. No. Duplicating content would signal to Google that you don't have high quality content. Yeah, and if you do not have high quality content, you are not creating your own content, then this is something that they won't like and they won't want to rank you. Yeah.
Question.
Sure.
What about the URL itself?
URL itself is one of the ways as well. Yeah. So for example, you are Amazon.com/SEO. Yeah, you will rank for SEO better than someone who doesn't have that inside their URL. So /ABCDE. Yeah, that's one signal as well. Yes, that's one signal as well. Thanks for the tip. Okay, offsite. So basically, we talk about on-site. You are signaling to Google that you are talking about chicken rice. But the other point where Google wants to see you being endorsed from relevant websites and from having relevant, of course, anchor tags. So I talk about links. Okay, most people believe that content is the most important thing, but I think, to me, from my experience, I think links actually still pay a bigger portion to it than content. I would say probably the whole signals close to about, based on my own experience, about 60% is still links, 40% is content. But people say that content is king. I don't believe that. So that's my own personal thought. But links are important in the sense that you get I was sharing, you get good quality links from good places and relevant websites. What do I mean by relevant websites? So if I am a website talking about online marketing, I link to you, which is your chicken rice site. I like to talk about chicken rice. So I link to you as chicken rice site as compared to someone who is doing a food blog linking to your chicken rice site. Which one is more valuable? So the food blog would be more valuable in terms of link value because the food blog is talking about food. I'm talking about digital marketing. So if you want to look from the point of Google, which link does Google value more? Of course, the food blog would mean more to Google than to signal more about food-related articles or food-related websites than my own website. Yep. Okay, so where they are from, okay, the page rank of the site. So a high page rank website linking to you, a high page rank foot blog versus a low page rank foot blog. Of course, the higher page rank one has more value. Yeah. Okay, so the anchor text. Okay, so when you go to forums and you see people like to put click here, or it can be www.abc.com, or it can be foot blog, or it can be the blue color link that you actually click on. The actual text itself signals something to Google as well. If I link to you as good chicken rice, you have a higher chance of ranking for this keyword actually. So good chicken rice, exactly this keyword. So because to Google, someone is pointing to you and say you are a good chicken rice, I should rank you for good chicken rice. Yeah. But of course you have to watch out for not having too many links coming in as good chicken rice. You get your friends to go, 10 of your friends go to 10 blogs and start writing good chicken rice, good chicken rice, good chicken rice. You might over-optimize as well. So this is something Google Penguin as well. So if you have too much of the same anchor text, it's not good for your website. So most people try to, for SEOs like myself, you try not to do too many of the same keywords. You try to, what we call dilute it a bit. Sometimes you just www.abc.com. Sometimes it can be click here. But these are older methods. You can link it for other forms of keywords as well. So instead of good chicken rice, you can talk about, you have a longer keyword where to find the best chicken rice in Singapore. It looks more legit than having, specifically always targeting one set of keywords. And of course, the anchor URL, you are linking to the front page or you're linking to a deeper blog page. So if you want an article to rank for a certain keyword, you link to that page directly. You don't link to the home page, for example. Then you guys can go and find out more about Google Penguin. But the idea of Google Penguin is basically do not over-optimize on keywords. Unnatural links are basically, having links coming in too fast or coming in from multiple sources or links coming from only one site but every page of that site. So if you have a WordPress blog, you put it on a blog row. You have a 1,000-page WordPress blog, for example. You have been blogging for 10 years. And suddenly you put it on a blog row. Yeah, it might damage you as well. Yeah.
So what if you have a competitor
and
then your competitor go and buy some
whack you.
stuff and then put unnatural links towards your site?
Yeah, that can work.
Is there anything that we can do to prevent this?
There's no real way to actually prevent this if your competitors are so lame and they want to do such things to you, they can do that. But there is this tool in Google Webmaster Tools that you can actually disavow such links. So if you do find out, but SEO is a very dynamic thing. You have no idea whether this link is harming you or actually helping you. You don't even realize where the links are coming from sometimes. So it's very difficult to find out. It's very, very difficult to find out. But of course, I can decide to I don't like Robert, for example. I can just throw like 10,000 links and rank him for some funny keyword that I hope people searches and finds him. Yeah, I can. But you can actually disavow it. So Google Webmaster Tools is one of the tools that Google actually provides you with that you can use to check your backlinks from. But it's not very updated. It's not very strong. There are also a lot of other paid and free services online. But I would say if someone really do engage in such activities, then if you're able to find out where it's coming from, you can disavow the links. So you're telling Google, don't count this. It's not done by me. Or, I don't want these links to be endorsing me. Or it can be coming from, say, a porn site. Yeah, you have links coming from a porn site. That's not good. It's coming from a rubbish site. Yeah, it's not good. So no count it. Yeah, you can do that. But that's if you can find out where it's coming from. Yeah, if you can find out where it's coming from. Yeah, good question.
Do they pay attention to the domain name extensions anymore? Like .com, .sg, whatever?
Okay, if you're talking about ranking because there's google.com, there's google.com.sg. So what is relevant for us when we are using Google, most of the results come out from the .com.sg site. So it's a Singapore targeted site. So if you want to rank in Singapore, it's good to get links from .sg websites because it's more local based. So for example, I'm trying to rank for SEO Singapore. So getting links from .com.sg sites are more favorable actually. Yeah, because you're more relevant to the Singapore-based kind of keywords. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Just wanted to check. So what happens when, say, a whole bunch of pages with lower page rank link to your site,
Yep.
but actually they're not
Harmful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it works.
So what happens
It works.
to your site?
It works. So it's actually good if you are saying it's not from harmful sources. So it's not like porn sites or highly unrelevant sites. So if it's low page rank sites, actually having a lot of low page rank sites are actually good for you, because you know, like 1 + 1 + 1 vote, you get 10 votes. Yeah. So not necessarily you must get a 10 vote website coming to you all the time. You can get a 1 + 1 + 1 vote and slowly work your way up. Yeah. So it's good as long as it's not harmful. You know, as long as it's not having a page that it has 1,000 pages, one time linking to you 1,000 links. Yeah, it's not good. Yeah. So if you have 10,000 links coming in of low page rank, no, that's not good. Yeah. But if 10 every week, slowly accumulating, it looks natural, it looks nice. Yeah.
Let's say I have a blog and I do all the hard work to produce original content.
Yep.
The content is very good.
Yep.
And for some reason, a lot of people copy my content
Mhm.
and put it on the website.
Mhm.
So who will get penalized? You know, like how will Google recognize that? Okay, I'm the first person to post it, and will I be equally penalized, or only my competitors will be, or the person who copied from my site will be penalized?
Okay, good question. Okay, so Google's algorithms are able to actually compare whether, you know, of course, someone is duplicating your content and basically copying it over and just using the content. So even if you, which is why most websites you actually see like Copyscape protected and all this kind of thing. You know, even Copyscape can actually run all the searches on the whole internet and crawl and find out whether someone is duplicating you. Google can definitely do that. Okay, but sadly, for those people who produce original content, unless you know like the guru in the field itself, what I can do is I can rewrite your content. So, you know, you have 10 reasons why you should come to Singapore and travel. Okay, I can take 5 reasons. I can rewrite it in my own way. You know, I mean, English, you can rewrite it in so many multiple ways. You can change the content slightly. You can change the topic slightly, and it's still your article. And Google might not be able to actually differentiate that very well, because to Google, you know, like because Singapore has good shopping, then you change the topic into shopping is good in Singapore. Google gets a bit confused. Yeah, so they are not that perfect yet. So some ways of redoing good content on your website can be going to 3 different websites, getting 2 topics over here, 2 topics over there, and rewriting as if it's the whole thing, it's yours, and it can actually work. Yeah, sadly speaking, it can actually work. So this is how some people produce good content on their websites. Yeah, but of course, you get articles that are only yours, you know, your own opinions or something that someone can't copy, or you're a guru in the site and everyone knows that it's your own intellectual property. But if you're just a small-time blogger with good content, highly likely you get copied and you get lost. You will lose it.
One question is that if we actually advertise in directories, right, is it like
Yep.
following?
Yep.
We pay for those directories.
Correct.
It's legit.
Yeah, it's a legit. Yeah, so you can go to directories, you pay for it. High page rank directories, yes, it counts. But it used to count even more, but now they kind of like discounted already. Yeah, so but that is one strategy. That's one link source as well. So you can go to the most famous paid ones are your DMOZ, DMOZ, your Yahoo. Yahoo is very expensive. Yeah. Yeah.
Shut down.
Yeah, they recently shut it down. Yeah, but there are a lot of directories that are very expensive, but they are very, very useful as well. Yahoo used to be very useful. One of the top directories. Yeah.
If the client just pays for AdWords, does that actually
No.
count? No.
Doesn't help.
Alright.
It doesn't help. So if you are doing AdWords and you're doing SEO at the same time, does it help you to rank for SEO? No. I think it's a conspiracy theory. No.
One thing I've read somewhere is that Google ignores everything past so many characters on a website. Is that the case anymore?
Explain again.
That if the page is, say, 4 pages long, they only read so many characters and stop? Or do they read the whole thing?
You're talking about the content, the article itself, right? Actually, no. The more content you have, the more Google actually likes it. So, of course, the optimum point to actually write an article for your blog, for example, I always advise to go more than 500 words at least. Of course, the best optimized length is about 1,000. So, if you want to treat it as a good article if you have content that is lesser than 300 words. It's actually not very useful in SEO terms. Yeah, you basically, to Google, length is also one thing. Yeah, so we try to write articles that are at least 500 to about 800 words. That'll be nice. Yeah, so the longer you are, but of course, if it's repetitive and it's not useful, then of course there's no point writing it. So a good article, 1,000, 2,000 words, I think. Yeah, write articles for humans. What Google always like to say, like write things that humans would really want to read, and you will keep the human staying on the site long enough. Yeah. Because that's also one signal. If you guys use analytics, Google Analytics, they are able to trace how long someone stays on your site as well. That's also one signal. You come in, it's not relevant, I go up, I bounce. So within the first 10 seconds, I don't stay, I bounce. To Google, you are not a good site as well. Yeah, if you are not writing for humans, you're writing for the spiders to see. Yeah, people come in, you can tell there are some websites that you go in, this is not what I wanted. So you click back. When you click back, it's a bad signal to you.
So it's beneficial to use the Google
Analytics. Yeah, it is. So if you see your bounce rate is 70%, then you better do something about your content. But if your bounce rate is 20%, wow, perfect. That's good.
For the
10%.
SEO's sake, it's good to have
lower bounce rate. Yeah. Okay, so just now I'm talking about source of links, right? So there are a lot of source of links that we can talk about. So it can be social bookmarking, which is your Pinterest, LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram. These are all your places. Forums, your hardware zone, whatever not. YouTube, comment marketing. You can go to a lot of places and write stupid comments and get links as well. Blogging, WordPress, Tumblr. Your good question. Let me think of it. Let me get back to you later on. Okay, news PR pages. So like free PR submission pages. You can write, I'm gonna have a discount day for my chicken rice store today. I'm gonna write a nice PR press release and I'm gonna go to the free sites and I submit. Yeah, those count as well. Okay, the rest, infographics, social networks, document sharing. There are a few document sharing sites, but I can't remember offhand. Yeah. Stupid sites. Oh yeah, SlideShare. Yeah. SlideShare is one. Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about Yoast SEO plugin. So when you actually use Yoast SEO plugin on your websites, this is more relevant for your pages and also your post pages. Yeah, those who use WordPress. So when you write an article, how you roughly, okay, I only have two very simple pages on this. So you want to let Yoast help you optimize for a certain keyword. Okay, so how they help you optimize is you let him know that your focus keyword would be WordPress SEO plugin. So what Yoast would actually force you to do is to repeat this keyword a few times at a few places. Okay, so for example, within the URL itself. Okay, so now it's yoast.com/WordPress/SEO. So you see page URL, it says no. But if it's actually /WordPress-SEO-plugin, it will say yes. So you're optimized for your URL. Okay, your article heading, so WordPress SEO plugin. It's appearing and it's bolded. So it's a yes over here. On your page title, within your content, which is probably within your blog post itself, it repeated 13 times. Okay, and in your meta description. So this, when you search Google, you see the title, you see the description. It says something like, this website is the leading website for blah 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 blah. Yeah. So this is what we call the meta descriptions. So within the meta descriptions, you repeated it. Okay. Normally we don't do it 2 times. We do it once. 2 times is a bit too much. Yeah. Then you can use the Yoast plugin to actually re-edit your SEO title as well. So your actual title can be something, and you can use it to rewrite the title and put in your descriptions. So, yeah. So the second page of Yoast is your page analysis. So it will actually tell you things like, it does not appear in your URL, which is the search questions over there. So if it's not in your URL, go and edit in your URL, change your URL. Your website doesn't have any outbound links. So good sites share bring traffic to other sites. So I mean, in the eyes of Google, the spider always wishes to be crawling around the whole internet. He doesn't like to reach a room and there's 4 walls and he has nowhere to escape. So you always be good if you have an outbound link. But of course, it must go to a relevant site. Yeah. If it's not relevant, then it's not very useful for Google and they don't like it. Okay. Copy score. This basically forces you to write in a way that it's good English for humans to read. If you are writing in, like very complicated words that, like very colorful languages that only you understand, and it's not simple language that everyone else can understand, which means you're not a good teacher, for example, yeah, then it's not good. So write in content that is simple, understandable, yeah, idiot-proof. Images, do you have the keyword itself in your image tag? Is it in the first paragraph? So all these kind of suggestions will be green. So you want to use this plugin, see all the greens. If everything is green, great. You are well optimized. And these are a lot of signals that they will actually help you to improve on your optimization, which is what I shared in front. So having it in your meta description, having it in your phrases, the keyword density, you don't want it. It's 1.3%. So out of 500 words, maybe you only have 15 words or like 10 words of it being this keyword. If it's 100%, then you're basically repeating it the whole 500 words. That's not good. Yeah. So you guys can go back and play with it. So I think that's all for my sharing today. So if you have any questions, yeah. Thanks. Oops, that took so long. Yeah. If there are any questions, I don't mind.
Just curious, like for WordPress bloggers, how many percent of them actually make money from their blog?
How many of them actually make money? I wouldn't really know, because it depends on how you make money. Bloggers have various sources. You have your AdWords, you have your AdSense money, and you have your getting sponsors and whatnot. So I cannot tell how many of them actually do make money from SEO, unless you're writing